Imagine a scenario where Indian students decide not to go to the United States anymore, and those already over there began returning home. Let me tell you, this isn't just an emotional response to stricter visa policy. It's a realistic possibility, specifically since Donald Trump returned to the office and enforced his strict immigration policy. Over the past few years, anxiety has grown among Indian students over talk of visa cancellation, stricter restriction, and even deportation for just minor offences. The result? An atmosphere of fear that could push thousands of Indian students just to say, not anymore. This would shake the US higher education system at its core. Indian students currently form the largest group of international students in the US, with over 268,000 enrolled as of 2023. Together, they contribute to more than $10 billion every single year to the American economy. Money spent on tuition fee, rent, food, healthcare, and even travel. In fact, Indian students now outnumber Chinese students in the US universities for the first time ever. If they stop coming, the economic damage could be severe. Now, to put this into perspective, then the US Department of Commerce noted that international students brought in $38 billion in 2022, and nearly one-third of that came from Indians alone. American universities, specifically public and mid-tier ones, depend heavily on these international students to fund their programs. Tuition for Indians and other foreign students is often 3 times higher than the American residents. In many graduate programs, specifically engineering, IT, and business, Indian students make up the majority. Without them, these programs would face staff cuts, funding shortage, and even closure. Graduate research in STEM fields would slow down and universities would lose their competitive edge. The consequences also wouldn't stop at campuses. Indian students often transition into America's workforce through H-1B visa. Over 40% of all H-1B recipients are Indian nationals, most of whom were once international students. These individuals go on to work in critical fields like software development, AI, healthcare, and biotechnology. Many even become top executives like Satya Nadella of Microsoft or Sundar Pichai of Google. Without a steady pipeline of new talent from India, the US risks losing its dominance in global tech and innovation. The main driver behind this potential fear is none other than Donald Trump. Trump's earlier term was marked by sudden immigration crackdown and unclear rules, and his return is once again raising red flags. Recent news about student visa being revoked over minor traffic offences and delay in optional practical training approvals has already caused a lot of panic. A survey by World Education Services revealed that 41% of Indian students are reconsidering the US as their study destination, and this is due to these issues. In the meantime, countries like Canada, Australia, Germany, and the United Kingdom too are offering smoother immigration pathways and attracting a lot of students who would have traditionally chose the US. Let me tell you, if Indian students decide to stay back or return home, India itself could benefit from this reverse brain drain. Instead of spending billions on foreign education, the money could flow into India's own education system and innovation sector. Universities in India could grow stronger, Indian startups could gain top-tier talent, and research and development within the country could skyrocket. The government is already working really hard on building world-class education hubs like Gift City and improving local education through the National Education Policy. So basically, in the end, if Trump's policy continue to alienate Indian students, it will be America, not India, that loses the cut. The United States will lose billions in revenue, top talent, and global goodwill. So the big question is, should Indian students keep investing in a country that no longer feels welcoming? Or is it time to redirect that talent, passion, and brilliance back home where it can help build India's future?